Welcome and thanks for joining us on another Wilkinson's World adventure. If you love being in the bush, then any time in Kruger is the best time to be there. But many people tend to avoid visiting during the rainy season for obvious reasons. If you're a nature lover though like we are, then the height of summer, February and March, is worth every muddy road and rain-soaked morning. That's when the migrant birds are here in all their colourful splendour. Parents are busy feeding their young, and nature feels overwhelmingly abundant. It's a magical time. Join us as we share some of the special moments Kruger offered during our rainy season visit in 2025. And be sure to like and subscribe to our channel if you enjoy our content. Our trip started in the southeast corner of Kruger National Park at Crocodile Bridge. This was to be our first time ever camping at this campsite, and we were keen to explore the area, which is known to be rich in game. After checking in at reception, we chose a campsite alongside the fence and then took a circular drive on the S28, returning on the H42, which I've marked on the map here. Along the S28, we were lucky to spot this Bateleur feasting on a snake. Before I go any further, I do apologize for the shaky footage. We had to stop a long way from the Bateleur as we didn't want to frighten him off. This is a dramatic reminder that in Kruger, the predator-prey drama plays out in every corner of the food chain, not just among lions and antelope. This majestic raptor is one of Kruger's most iconic birds of prey. Bateleurs are opportunists that will eat anything from roadkill to reptiles, and seeing one with a snake is a rare treat for us. They're known to hunt snakes, lizards, birds, and small mammals, but will also scavenge from kills made by other predators. I'm not sure if this snake was a roadkill, but on a previous visit to Kruger, we saw a Bateleur swoop down and pick up a francolin that had been hit by a car. The S28 looked particularly lush after the recent rains. The long grass can make sightings difficult, but we were happy to see these birds along the way. Impala are plentiful in the park, and they are generally silent. This "ner" call that they're making is usually made by the rams, but the ewes join in if there's danger. It's an alarm call, warning the herd that a predator like a lion, leopard or wild dog is nearby, and alerting the predator that it's been spotted. Back at the camp, I did a quick walk around to show you what the Crocodile Bridge Camp has to offer visitors. This is a safari tent. The grounds are really beautiful with lots of trees and birds. The chalets all overlook the Crocodile River. Of course, the usual suspects were around, those mischievous little thieves found at every camp. They can be a real menace, but they're still quite cute, aren't they? Every camp in Kruger has a communal campsite kitchen, which is equipped well enough to be quite useful for campers. The shop is well equipped with everything you'd need for your convenience, including plenty of souvenirs for visitors to take home. Little did we know as we set off early the next morning that a real treat lay just kilometers ahead of us. We came across a pride of about 6 lions that were fresh from a kill and looked exhausted from the chase and the feasting. We counted 2 males and 4 females, but there may have been more, as some were asleep in the long grass. There are definitely pros and cons to visiting Kruger during the rainy season. The dark mud somehow makes the scenery feel more dramatic. I found the mud on their coats, combined with the dark, wet earth, created much more interesting images than a clean lion lounging in the sun. With so many wildebeest on this plain, I'm guessing that this was a young one that they've caught. What a fantastic way to start our day's viewing. On the S25, which is the Crocodile River Road, we came across this little warthog family and some red-billed oxpeckers enjoying a bath. You're always bound to see an elephant on every game drive in Kruger. This lone elephant was enjoying the lush grass on the banks of a river. Ladies, aren't these eyelashes to die for? Further on, we came across this flock of vultures feasting on the remains of a kill. They have an enormous wingspan, don't they? Amongst the group were a couple of lappet-faced vultures that seem to dominate everything. I guess there's a pecking order in vultures. I've always thought of vultures as being rather ugly, but these two have particularly beautiful feather markings on their chests. It's always worth stopping at river crossings to see what's happening in the water. If you're not in any hurry, then nature delights with its quest for survival. This one was particularly rewarding with the birds fishing. clouds were rolling in and it was threatening to rain, so we headed back to camp to get settled before it came down hard. Quite a difference from when we started out on a sunny morning. There were still some animals to see along the way. We didn't quite beat the rain, but what an incredible day that was in Kruger. We hope you've enjoyed the animals and scenery around Crocodile Bridge. Do join us next time as we head up to a much drier Satara. Thanks so much for watching.